Marc, it's been a bit of a path to get here with changes and cancellations and all the adjustments and that sort of thing. So what's it been like for you kind of building up to this point?
It's been ups and downs, but finally I'm just happy to get a fight, and in 2 days I'll be fighting, so I'm just grateful for that. So thank you Dana White for that.
You obviously had a little momentum behind you, man. You picked up 2 wins over 2 named opponents, and then again these delays and everything got pushed back. Do you feel at all like a little bit of that momentum was lost?
Kinda, but then kinda not. I think just gave me more time to just focus on my skills, just to improve a bit more. So which I have done, and I will show it this weekend.
Nice. Let's say, what are the key differences? You had the setbacks, and obviously, there was a lot of hype around you. You had the setbacks, but then your last 2 fights, you looked incredible. So, what's the biggest keys that you point to say this is what got me on the right path?
Just my mindset, and coming back home, being more organized than I was. I've come back, I've really set my team together. It's all about me, and each coach, individual got input in my team. So I feel that's what I needed, because before I felt I was just going out there and just fighting without obviously having a brain, to be honest. I felt a bit stupid because I had no game plan, just going in being crazy, which I feel when I go out now, I've got a game plan and trying to implement it nicely.
It's kind of interesting, right? Like, it seems like for a long time people were like, you got to go to the super camps, man. You got to go to the place where there's 40 training partners, And now it seems like more people are saying, it's kind of nice when things are set up around you a little bit. Do you think that's maybe a strategy that more fighters need to consider?
Well, they definitely do. Boxers, they stay at home or they take the coaches somewhere else. And I think we're just getting to that level as MMA fighters now. We started doing it. I just feel like a lot of us just feel like we had to go somewhere to get better. It's important to go to get experience, but I do believe strongly to have a team, come back to your team who know you best, and then to work a game plan together and go to a fight, instead of you having somebody random to go and corner you and say this is how you should fight.
Yeah, no doubt. Talk about the matchup you have here. Not quite the name value your last 2 opponents did, but what do you think about it when they came to you in this fight?
When we came to it, I've had like three opponents. I just wanted to fight, and when I seen this guy, it brings heat. It comes to fight, and that's the kind of fights I want now, just to test myself. To know where I'm at before I start to enter these rankings. Because I do feel I'm ready for rankings, but he's a perfect opponent for me to really find out how I can do in rankings.
Yeah, last thing for me, what are the kind of the goals right now? Like I said, you had a lot of buzz around you, then you had the setbacks, and now I feel like you're getting that again. So what are the goals for you besides obviously winning the fight?
My goals were I was hoping to headline this year, but obviously it didn't happen because fight got cancelled in March, and I've had maybe 3 pullouts. But now it's just moving ahead, step at a time. Get decided weight, and I know what the next goal is already, but it's about one at a time. Get decided weight first, and then we'll move ahead.
Did you train in the UK for this whole camp?
Yeah.
What was that like during the lockdown?
It wasn't really a problem because I was in Holland 8 weeks training for March fight. That got cancelled, and I took a week out just to get a rest, and I just carried on my training with my team that I've got around me.
You're saying that the fight gets cancelled, and then with the world the way it is, you sort of don't know when the next one's coming. How much of a relief is it to know, I actually have a fight this Saturday, I'm actually getting paid, it's definitely happening?
I'm kind of smart with my money. I don't spend that much, so I don't have to always fight. But I just, right now I feel like I need to keep busy, keep winning, bring back momentum that I had. But at the same time, I'm just happy because I've got it very organized, and it was just nice to get it going.
Through this whole thing, Dave has been pretty vocal that he likes the guys who just bounce back. We've seen guys fight 3 times almost in this pandemic. Is that who you want to be?
You can't complain. More money, more fights, the better, innit? Yeah, I want to fight. I want to fight 3. I said this year I'd fight 4 times, but obviously it's impossible to happen now. But I'm just happy to get fights because a lot of people are struggling to get fights, and I'm here and I'm going to be fighting Saturday, so I'm happy.
Last one from me. Sort of obviously depends how Saturday goes, but there's talks that they're going to come back to Abu Dhabi in September, October. Could you do a turnaround that?
I said it already. I will be on that card because honestly, this is the best experience I've had, especially the treatments, the diet, the way they're treating us with UFC PI. This is the easiest. I'm 7 pounds now. I've got to lose that all. So I've never had that before, and I'm still eating. So I'm happy.
Quick one for me. You're on a roll now, but you had us 3 setbacks a while ago. So, did you get to a point that you maybe started doubting yourself, questioning yourself, doing that ski?
I feel like it's okay to doubt yourself as long as you don't quit. It's good to doubt yourself sometimes, but I didn't quit. I knew I belonged in the UFC. I knew what I had to do. I know I was making mistakes that I needed to adjusting. I just had to figure it out, what needed to be done, and I've done that. So now I'm just ready.
What was the thought process while you were doubting yourself? How did you maybe manage to get back to, no, okay, I can do this, I'm gonna get this wins?
I truly believe just knowing yourself, like, it's just knowing what you want in life. I know what I want, and like I don't want to let it go because I've got a doubt. I've lost a couple of fights. I knew what I wanted. I knew this is what I want to do, and I'm gonna keep going.
And when you see yourself in this fight now, going after your third win now in a row, where do you think this win puts you in the division?
In the division, it will give me an opportunity to get either a ranked opponent, I'm hoping, top 20, top 15, never know. So I'm just, I want to put a big performance so I can get to where I want to be.